Welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm Nasiah V, and today I have a very fun little video for us. Welcome to Bedtime Books and Bonnets. This is a fun little idea I thought of, and I was like, let's talk about books at bedtime and bonnets. So I hope you got you a nice little drink, you're in your PJs, you have you something good to eat, something good to drink, responsibly of course, or a non-alcoholic drink. Myself, I have my water here. Gotta stay hydrated. This is just a fun little idea I thought of. Definitely not because I was already ready for bed before I realized that I forgot to record the video. Definitely not because of that. Definitely not. I honestly thought about doing like a podcast type thing, but like, I don't know. I had like a half idea. I had like a half-baked idea. And I was like, bedtime books and bonnets sounds really fun. So let's do it. So today we're going to be discussing my most anticipated reads for June. May was not the best month for me. I did end up having a hospital stay, which was not very fun. If you watched my last video, which I am currently uploading on YouTube right now, it says I have 19 seconds left and it needs to hurry up. But if you watched my last video, I discussed it briefly, but basically, I don't want to give too much away. I still like my life to personal parts of my life. I like to keep those personal. I had a hospital stay actually, some health issues that I've been going through since I was a kid. Just got not too great, and I had to end up staying overnight in the hospital, getting some labs and stuff and infusions done. But I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm on the mend. I'm not 100% yet, but I feel about 70%. So that is progress, and it's positive progress. We're moving forward instead of moving backwards. So I'm feeling lovely. I'm feeling lovely. But basically, I'm anemic, and it's not fun being anemic. It's not fun being anemic. All I can say. June is the month of summer. For a lot of people, June is the summer month, the one and only month of summer. A lot happens in June. School's out. Some people have work off. This is the month that you vacation, the month you go on vacation, you go on a little trip, you go somewhere, you go on a little cruise. I would love to go on a cruise right now. I have 4 books that I'm really excited and really anticipating reading in June to get me in that summer mood, to get me, even though I still have to work 40 hours a week. We're going to ignore that because these books are going to take me on vacation, hopefully, because I've not read any of these books ever. These books are all new to me. So we're going to discuss them and discuss my most anticipated June reads. First up, I'm going to start with my most obvious answer. First up, we're going to start with none other than 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. My first Tia Williams book was A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. That is a 6-star read for me. I love that story. Recently, think it was announced maybe at Black Romance Book Fest, which I absolutely will be going to next year. Like I posted on Threads, come hell or high water, catch me at Black Romance Book Fest 2027. I'm setting my savings account up right now for that trip. I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia. Black Romance Book Fest takes place in Atlanta. I have since though moved to Tampa. So Tampa, if you didn't know geography, is a lot further away from Atlanta than Savannah is away from Atlanta. So it's going to be that's a flight. I mean, it could be a road trip, but homegirl don't like to drive. I don't like to drive. So most likely will be a flight. But nonetheless, I'm saving up for going next year because like I have to go. It was announced there that A Love Song for Ricky Wilde is getting a screen adaptation, which if that's accurate, if I'm remembering that accurately, I'm excited. I cannot wait because that is a 6-star read to me. I love that book. That book is so special to me. Ricky Wilde is such a relatable character to me. Love the book. Love it. Want to inhale it. Maybe I'm doing a little too much. But That was my first Tia Williams book. Loved it, fell in love with it. So I was like, 7 Days in June. I want to read it in June. I want to be cliche. I want to be cliche and read 7 Days in June in June. And I actually was going to do a challenge, but I don't know about reading 7 Days in June and 7 Days in June. So I did start reading this today. I read the prologue in the first chapter, and it's June 1st currently as I'm recording this video. So by June 7th, hopefully I am finished with this book. I don't know if I'm going to do like a separate video on it though. I might just do like a wrap up. I don't know. We'll see. But I only read one chapter. I'm enjoying it. Just still seeing where it goes. I'm only one chapter in. Eva Mercy is a single mom and best-selling erotica writer who is feeling pressed from all sides. Shane Hall is a reclusive award-winning novelist who, to everyone's surprise, shows up in New York. When Shane and Eva meet unexpectedly at a Black literary event, sparks fly. But what no one knows is that 15 years earlier, teenage Eva and Shane spent one crazy torrid week madly in love and have been secretly writing to each other in their books ever since. Over the next 7 days, amidst a steamy Brooklyn romance, Eva and Shane reconnect, but Eva's weary of the man who broke her heart. Before Shane disappears again, she needs a few questions answered. My cousin, she has read this book. She said she wants to reread it because she thought it was going to be like a typical romance, but it was a little bit more heavier than a typical romance. I personally don't know. I've heard great things about this. I will say, first paragraph, the prologue, first paragraph, crazy intro. I'm on the first paragraph. The first 2 sentences, wild. So it really like sucked me in right away. But I'm excited. I love a good romance novel. If you did not know, my top 2 genres are literary fiction and romance. So she did say it's a bit heavier than a typical romance novel, but I'm growing into a fan of being a fan of heavier books. I like books that kind of feel a bit more heavy. So I'm very excited to get into this and like really see if like I just have a feeling Tia Williams will be like a autobiography author for me. Anything she writes, I just might like I'm gonna get it because that's how good a love song for Ricky Wilde was. If 7 Days in June does the same for me, if 7 Days in June does the same for me as a love song for Ricky Wilde, she will just become like one of my must-read authors. So I'm very excited to read 7 Days in June. Hopefully this takes me on a little vacation. I'm going to Brooklyn, y'all. I'm going to Brooklyn. Next up, we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I have only heard really great things about Emily Henry as an author. I initially got this book because of the Netflix movie that came out, which I watched. I guess you can say I watched it. I skimmed the movie, if that's a thing. I skimmed it. From the parts I did see, I did enjoy it. I kind of wanted to, but me personally, I wanted to read the book before I go back in and watch the movie. I've heard really great things. A lot of people really enjoy Emily Henry's writing. Poppy and Alex and Poppy, they have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. She has insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City and he's in their small hometown. But every summer for a decade, they have one glorious week of vacation together. Until 2 years ago, when they ruined everything. They haven't spoken since. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she was last truly happy, she knows without a doubt it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex. And so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation together, lay everything on the table, make it all right. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she has a week to fix everything, if only she can get around the one big truth that has always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong? Honestly, from what I remember of the movie, I ate this up. I ate the movie up from what I remember. But like I said, I don't want to go back and rewatch the movie again until I read this book, because I just prefer to read the book first. I'm that kind of person. So this sounds like it's my kind of romance, like a friends to lovers, like with a hint of second chance, which a lot of people said, where is it? Just Friends by Haley Pham. A lot of people were saying that Haley Pham was very much, it was giving like a wannabe Emily Henry. I personally don't know. I cannot speak on that. I enjoyed Just Friends, but not, it was okay. I wouldn't like recommend it to people, but it was like an okay and average romance. But if this is like 10 times better, I'm sure I will eat this up. And it's another book to take me on vacation. I'm assuming like there's going to be like dual timelines, um, type style. And I think I'll really enjoy this. Personally, though, I will say I'm not a person. I don't read a lot of white romance novels. They usually don't hit for me the way a black romance novel does. That's just me personally. But this might do it. This might do the trick. So we will see. The next book, it's going to take me somewhere I couldn't even buy a plane ticket to. Somewhere that even if I had infinite amount of money, I would never be able to go here. It is a romantasy book. This will be my first fantasy/romantasy book. I do have Immortal Dark down there and I Medusa. I believe those are both fantasies, but I'm not a fantasy person. This, my cousin, she gave to me because she had an extra copy. I'm waiting for spooky time to read it though. I just feel like it'll be so perfect to read in spooky time. I'm Medusa. I don't know when I will get to it, but hopefully I get to it soon. I heard great things about that book as well. But I was never like a fantasy type of gal. Like, fantasy books never like really drew me in. I never really had much interest in reading a fantasy book, but I want to broaden my horizons. So I'm going to broaden my horizons with Deadly Ever After. If you have watched my vlogs before, if you have watched my videos before, you know I think this was a part of my April TBR, but I just never got around to it. I got like 2 pages in April, and then life started hitting me like a truck. So I never got a chance to read this, but I'm very, very excited. It seems like a very fun, exciting book. And I feel like this will be a good romantasy start, and maybe I might end up becoming a super fan of the fantasy genre. Amala has always tried to be the perfect princess. Delicate, quiet, obedient. But when she's murdered on the night of her wedding, her happily ever after is cut short before it begins. Khadijah has been told her whole life that she is too rough, too loud, too much. She's not a sheltered princess, but a ruthless warrior on a quest to fulfill her late brother's dying wish, except she dies before she reaches her destination. When both girls wake up in a cursed forest, the gods offer them a second chance at life, if they can both find true love's kiss. But there's a catch that the gods warn. While the right kiss will save you, the wrong kiss will kill you. Confused by the gods' mission, but desperate to save their lives, the princess set out on a quest, relying on each other to overcome the deadly challenges thrown their way. As Amala and Khadijah grow closer, they begin to wonder if their true love is waiting at the end of their journey or standing right in front of them. But can they open their hearts when death looms at every turn? This is a black romantasy. And I did not know when I initially picked this up. I did not know when I initially got this book that it was a queer romance novel. So I got and I read the description and I was like, wait, it is? That is very fun. And it is also Pride Month this month. Happy Pride, by the way. I can admit I need to diverse my reading taste. A lot of the romance novels I read happen to be straight romance novels. So I'm a straight person myself, but I can enjoy romance novels, queer romance novels. There's nothing wrong with that. So this gives me some romance, it gives me some black representation, and it gives me queer representation. And I love that, love to see it. It takes me on a vacation to a faraway land that I believe it's called Iman is the name of the. Read the first chapter of this book as well already. I believe the land or the town, the city. I don't know. I don't know fantasy language. I don't know fantasy terminology. The land, the town, the city, the place they live in, I believe that it's called Iman. So it take me on a little vacation to Iman, and I feel like this is going to be like a wild but fun ride. Something very wild and fun and captivating as well. It says captivating right on the cover. I stole that. Definitely stole that. But I think I will enjoy this book. I love a good romance. This is a YA romantasy, though, I believe. And if you've seen my videos before, you know I am a fan of the YA genre. Besides, Black Cake is not YA, but this is like, I have to redo my bookshelf. Don't even pay that much attention. But this is supposed to be my YA section. Just Friends is here because it's new adult, which is still YA-esque. It's not exactly YA, but this is supposed to be my YA section. Ignore that. My bookshelf is going through some things right now. We're in like under construction, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited to finish Deadly Ever After. I started the first chapter, the end of the first chapter. I also have a Kobo coming soon. Coming tomorrow, actually. I think it says it's supposed to be delivered. So I'm going to do a video on that as well. And I'll try maybe to buy the ebook of Deadly Ever After on my Kobo. Last but not least, the fourth book that I'm planning to read, I do not currently have. It is by an indie author, an indie Black author. It's a novella, I believe. I don't have it with me. I pre-ordered it, and I believe it releases. Yes, the book releases June 15th. I pre-ordered it. So I'm going to get a signed copy. I'm really, really, really excited for this. I'll put like a cover on the screen. It's Drifting Into You by Andrea Delaney. Okay, so both of my mics died, so hopefully I'm talking loud enough. Hopefully it's not too low. I just don't have time. I mean, I have time to charge them, but I'm not gonna wait for them to charge when I still have to be asleep. So hopefully you can hear me. This video is getting ready to wrap up anyway, but like I was saying, sometimes if you are a person who is active on threads, you know it gets to be a bit much sometimes. Sometimes people do a little too much on threads, so you need to take a break from it. That's what I've been doing more so recently. I've been taking breaks from it, but there are a lot of good things that come from threads as well. It's not all negativity. It's a lot of positivity as well. It's a lot of support. I find other Black indie authors, other Black indie writers, and it's very fun and exciting to see other people who look like you doing similar things, and you can build your own little community. But I was scrolling on threads one day, saw Andrea promoting her novella. I believe it is novella. If I'm wrong, I'll go back and correct myself in editing. But promoting her novella, Drifting Into You. And they're on a cruise. I love a cruise. It's a cruise romance. And I'll read the description. A cruise, a wedding party, and 7 days to get the guy. Gina has always been second to her brother, second child, second to graduate, and second at every major milestone that her parents have already celebrated. And now that he's getting married, she fears she'll always loom in his shadow. Cruising the Mediterranean alongside the bridal party isn't exactly Gina's idea of a relaxing time, but with her longtime crush on board, it may not be so bad. That is, until her brother's best friend Leo boards the ship and the wind sways Gina in an unusual direction. The author did mention Gina has anxiety, so it'll be anxiety representation. I'm a person who I struggle with anxiety. Something I'm working on, and I'm trying to do things to I'm just working on my anxiety, okay? I don't want to get into it, but I'm a person who struggles with anxiety. To see that represented in a book, something I love to do, that's really fun. But it is her brother's best friend. This is like the opposite of Victorious with the BFB. This is like BBF or whatever. But I'm very excited to read this. I love a cruise. I love a romance. You combining a cruise and a romance and you get drifting into you. I'm so excited to read this book. You have no idea how excited I am to read this book by supporting another indie Black author. The cover is the cutest. The character art is amazing. It is wonderful. I'm very, very excited for this. I'm getting a signed copy. A signed copy. A signed copy. So I'm very excited for that. I will add the link down below where you can pre-order this book as well. It might come out, this video might come out after or before, I'm not sure yet. Still working out some kinks, still working out some things, so we will see. But since my microphones have died on me, that is them telling me, girl, go to bed. It is time to go to bed. Take your behind to bed. But I hope y'all enjoy this video. I hope y'all enjoyed bedtime books and bonnets. We'll have, maybe I'll try to make this like a once. I'm trying to get consistent. Had some health issues going on. I know I said before, I'm going to be more consistent. My health got in the way. My health comes first. Take care of yourself. But I'll try to do something like this once a month where we do like a bedtime books and bonnets. We discuss some books. We discuss something going on. We'll build it as times go on. We'll cultivate it more. But hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment, tell me what you want to see next. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Have a good night. Remember to drink some water and stay hydrated.